I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty swagarochious today. Um, I may or may have not failed my Texas quiz this week, but at least the other day, two guys told me my arms were looking pretty huge. So guess today gotta live up to that expectation. So it's the full day today. Gonna be doing or starting off with 50-pound bicep curls. Then gonna head on to hammer curls and preacher curls. So yeah, let's get started. About 3 hours today to burn here before I gotta head to work. So hopefully that's enough time. Ugh. Ugh. All right, I think that went all right. I think I could stick with the 50 pounds. Um, Probably until I'm able to do um 3 solid sets of 8 reps each. And until then, just keep sticking with this. I think I'm at the end there. I was losing a bit of the bit of my form. I think that's all right for now. Um, since I'm trying to progressively overload. I think the last time I was doing this, it was supposed to be filmed, but I think I did mention that the audio never came out, so I never ended up posting that one. So, but for that video, I was doing 50 pounds. Um, and that one, all right. So I'm just doing it again. Okay. Um, I'm gonna hit the camera real quick and just relocate. Okay. Well, hopefully this is a better spot. I just relocated, so I'm not in the way of the equipment since there was some kettlebells and stuff there. So I don't want to be in someone's way if they wanted to get something from there. But anyways, it's gonna be set 2 now with the 50 pounds. All right, here we go. Just keeps rolling it away from me. Still want me to curl or something? Can't handle my swag today. Let me turn to the side too so you can get like a side angle. Duh. 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 Okay, well, I think that was about 6 solid reps, I think. I don't know, but not to replay that, just to find out, make sure everything or the form's looking all right. Actually, it's another thing I'm pretty excited about. The other day, went to the school's boxing club and looks pretty promising. It was just like an info meeting, but I think based on that, I think I'm gonna enjoy it a lot. you know, I like doing like sports related stuff and I like being active. So, I think this is gonna be a good opportunity for me to not only get some cardio in, but then some fighting. So I think that'd be pretty fun. Just gotta get myself some like boxing gloves and some other stuff. But I don't think it's gonna be too much of a challenge. Hopefully, yeah, I do need to save up my money for to pay my tuition, but I think I could afford a little boxing glove from all the hard work I've been doing. I gotta treat myself. I mean, in the end, it's gonna be for my own betterment, right? So, this your own betterment, your own health. I guess you can splurge a bit, right? Never skimp on your own health. Yeah, I know I tend to do that quite a bit. There'll be times where I'm trying to rest, but it feels off resting. Like I need gotta do something productive. That's like a lot for me to do. There's not only my homework and like work, like school, but gotta also build on my skills so I could be employable after I graduate. Um, so I just gotta work on my own projects. But it's kind of hard this time around since I got a packed schedule. So I don't think there's a way to make me fit other than trying to put it like at the end of the week. But at the same time, I don't want to do that since the weekend's supposed to be for resting. You're just working all day, every day, and you don't get yourself some rest. You're gonna eventually burn yourself out. That isn't too good, too healthy for you. It's the same thing for you know going to the gym and weightlifting and stuff. You don't wanna set yourself up for burnout by just going every day without getting yourself at least a day rest. You need that rest so that your muscles can heal and rebuild and recuperate. But enough of that. Let me cut the camera real quick and I'll get a 25-pound for my drop set coming up. So I'll do that and I'll turn the camera back on when I'm ready for that. Okay, got my 25 pounds right here on the bench. Um, actually, speaking of boxing, what was I gonna say again? I don't know, I forgot. It'll come back to me. I don't know, there's something about I was gonna say about boxing, but I don't remember anymore. Oh well, I guess this time I'm not forgetting what set I am. I noticed the draft video I was doing for the pull date, or the audio didn't come out. There was well, if it was published, you would have saw that. If I forgot what set I was on, so I ended up doing 4 reps instead of not 4 reps, 4 sets of my instead of my usual 3 sets. But that's all right, as long as you're not going over 20 sets in a week, I think it should be fine because once you start going over those 20 sets per muscle group, then you're gonna be just doing like I guess junk volume. So you just want to go a little below that. I know for me, I do 18 sets a week. I think that's a perfect balance for me, but it depends on your own preferences. Maybe you might like 12 weeks, not 12 weeks. What am I talking about? 12 sets in a week. But yeah, that's something for you to decide, not me. So, no, it's good. Started with this third set. And when you're doing dumbbell curls too, you don't want to, move your arm up too much. You just want to, like, guess it's a bend of the elbow Like you can see right here, I'm not really moving my arm too much. It's just my elbow. Now, once we're getting to it, you gotta control the weight down, not just let it fall back. So that's something I gotta remember when I'm doing this. Okay, I'm gonna just swing a bit so I can get some partial reps out. Ooh. Okay, let's drop it 20 plays now. Duh. Duh. Okay, give me a second. Duh. 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 Oh. Ooh, that felt pretty good there. Now, once you can't get any more regular reps out, if you have to, just start swinging around, try and get the weight up and control that negative back down. That will give you pretty good pump too. If you do that, I mean, the results on well, you can see right here. It's kind of hard to flex right now. My biceps so tired just from that one exercise so far. But that's not it. So got the hammer curls and feature curls next. Well, I have hammer curls right now after completing that. So for an exercise, going to be hammer curls. Putting this to the side. So I'm going to get my weight. All right. Much better. I don't know about you, but I like just moving the dumbbells with like my foot. Now I can't be bothered to just bend down, grab the dumbbell with my hands. I don't know if you can see how I'm doing it, but just getting my foot and like just lifting it up. That's how I like to do it when I'm feeling too lazy to just get down and grab the dumbbells. But now that that's complete, I'm gonna be doing some 50 pounds hammer curls. Pretty much similar form with bicep curls, except you just have a different I guess grip rotation or something. So you just wanna have your hand like this the whole time. Actually, I can demonstrate with the 25. So you just gonna be like this the whole time. Then when you do a rep, you don't wanna you don't wanna move your arm up like that. The same thing for bicep curls. You don't wanna do that when you do a rep. You just wanna keep it straight, your arm. And then when you're gonna do a rep, just only bend your elbow like that. Now that's a proper rep for hammer curls and bicep curls. So, don't gotta overcomplicate that. That's all you just gotta do to get a good rep in. Just want to make sure you get a full range of motion too. I know on my first video I ever did where I was doing my push day, or no, my pull day. Was I saying push day the whole time? I'd say pull day, but the pull day I was doing that day. I was doing 75s, I believe. But after rewatching that and getting some advice from my gym bro, yeah, I don't think it was a suitable weight, I guess you could say. Because I wasn't really getting full range of motion. I mean, technically I was getting it up. No, I wasn't moving around to get it up. Everything was pretty straight, like that. But I just wasn't getting a full range of motion for that. So like, I think when I was doing that, I was getting like up to here or something. But you want to get it like, like that probably. But I consider this full range of motion. But I was doing like up to here, which I want to say is best form to get a maximum output from it. But that's why I'm doing 50 pounds. And I feel like that's been working better for me ever since I started doing that. I didn't do 75 just to the heavy weight and look like I'm ego lifting. The whole time I genuinely thought that I was capable of doing that in the full range of motion, but after actually seeing it on video and analyzing it, it wasn't as expected. But that's the whole point of recording all these sets. Just helps me analyze my exercises and always trying to improve with them. Oh, I remember what I was talking about boxing now. So what I was going to say about boxing is I may try to also record my progress throughout my training to see how much I improve during the year. The goal is to do this for the whole year. I don't know if I'll be able to do it like when I go back home, because it won't be easily as accessible as it is right now, because it's at school. I just go to a building and it's all there. So that makes it convenient, but when I go back home, it's not be that easy. You gotta actually join like a membership or something. I'm not sure how it works for boxing. I guess this might be similar to like a gym, how you get a gym membership. But I don't know. We'll see. I do want to do that during the summer, just so I don't lose all my, all my hard work I put in during the year. But anyways, let's get started with hammer curls. But my biceps get cold from being inactive too much and yapping. Okay, there we go. Remember this time to control the negatives down. You don't have to be super slow with it. Just as long as you don't like let it drop back down like without any control, then you should be fine. Ugh. Ugh. Ooh, okay. But for a second, I thought it was a drop set. I was looking at my 25s to get them. But remember, it's only my first set. All right, so I'm gonna cut the camera real quick. I'm gonna take 5, get some water, just rest up a bit, and I'll be back with the second set. Okay, set 2. Here we got the 50 pounds. Also, when I was editing my last video for, what day was it? It was my push day, yeah. When I was editing that video, I think I definitely did notice an improvement in audio quality. I think that has partially to do with my mic placement, and I'm trying to speak a little louder, and I think that helps way more, compared to the first one I ever released. I like compared, or I went through both videos, the recent one and my first one, and you can definitely notice an improvement. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think I can still do better with that, but for now, I considered it a pretty huge jump in quality. Okay, so set 2 now. Yeah, I definitely lost form there. Well, maybe not form, but I definitely didn't get a full range of motion on that last set. But, I think that's still a good sign, though, that I pushed myself hard enough where I couldn't even get a full range of motion for that. So as long as you're pushing yourself just like that, I think you should be doing just fine. I guess if you wanted to, you could push yourself even harder than that. But, if you're a natural lifter like me, you don't want to, well, from what I heard, at least, you don't want to over exert yourself in your early sets. Just because, if you take every set to failure, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you to recover from the fatigue. So yeah, just keep that in mind, I guess. Unless you're on the roids, then I guess you can train to failure as much as you want to, but I don't got that fast recovery as someone on gear would be. So, I gotta be tactical about it. But no, I guess it's been working so far. I got pretty big arms for only being my first year of weightlifting. Even got complimented by 2 people, as I mentioned earlier. So yeah, it's got me pretty pumped for today's set. I got to live up to the expectations. Hopefully, I get to 18-inch arms soon. Oh, that's a hard sentence to say. 18-inch arms. Probably won't get it, you know, right now, since I'm on the cut still. Right now, I'm just focusing on not losing any of my muscle. That's my priority. If I do lose any muscle, then consider that a loss. Well, as long as I stay, not to win on my books, if I manage to, grow, then even better, can't complain about that. But I am anticipating to grow my arms, and all my muscle groups in general. During my bulk, I think for arms at least, I want to get it to hopefully 18 inches. I don't know if that's too ambitious for, based on my experience level. But, if you're not ambitious about anything, no, what's going to drive you forward? You don't got that. So, no, it's always good to have some goal in mind. Better than no goal, just doing whatever and not getting anywhere. But to set yourself up for success. So that's why my goal is some 18-inch arms. Maybe one day I'll be having 20-inch arms, but maybe not until my second year. But we'll see. As long as I keep pushing myself hard enough as I am right now, then I'll get there eventually. 20-inch arms by my second year, probably pretty nice accomplishment. I don't know if that's, you know, too ambitious, as I said, but, you know, you won't know until you try. So this is set 3 now. Hammer curls, right? It's gonna be the same thing as last time. I forgot what set I am, but I'm pretty sure this is the 3rd set. I swear I just did a second one, so just gonna count this down to set 3, and you know, whatever, just get started. I don't wanna think about it too much since I got work pretty soon. I know yesterday was a pretty long video. I think it was almost 2 hours. I thought it was gonna be a quick one, so that had other stuff to do. But I guess I felt like yapping that day, and I guess today too. But you know, that's usually how much I spend in the gym, anyways. So I guess it doesn't matter too much. Usually I spend, if I could, like 3 hours. You know, but since I'm in school right now, I got other responsibilities. The most I can do maybe is like 2 hours of actual solid work, I think. Duh. Duh. Wow. Already feeling all the fatigue from all the sets. Having trouble getting these up. Duh. Duh. Yeah. Oops. The dumbbell rolled away. Just gotta be careful with these. You know, I don't wanna drop it on your footsies because that would hurt. Happened to me once. It wasn't the best experience. Almost ruined my whole day once. Just turning around, so if I get different angles on my phone. Ugh. Okay, gonna rest up for a couple seconds and go back at it. Don't want to leave any fuel in the tank. Okay, that should be good. Yeah. Duh. 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 Oh, oh man. Okay, that was a solid hammer curls. Gonna put these away and prep up for preacher curls next. Gonna be doing that with how much, like 30 pounds. So gonna cut the camera real quick and then set up over there by the preacher curl. I don't know how you would call it. I guess preacher curl bench. I don't know, that thing with the stand. Okay, we're up for some preacher curls now. I had to wait a bit for this since no one else was doing it. So let's just get started right away. Okay, that was pretty good. You know, unlike yesterday, it's actually pretty empty. It's 10:30 a.m. right now. So I guess there's a sweet spot when it comes to coming in here. Looks like around, eight, no, not eight, I think around like 9 or 10 a.m. It's probably the best time to come here. Or it could also just be that it's a Friday, I don't know. But, you have to be, it was pretty packed for it to be 6 a.m. since that's exactly the time when the gym opens here. And also, what kind of person would wake up at 6 a.m. if you're, a college student? Personally, I would rather sleep, but, I gotta force myself to get here at that time. If you don't grind it out, you won't get the results you want. I'm gonna improve. No, because then you won't be able to see it here. I should make a cut and change up the angle, probably put it in the front or something to get a front view. Okay, we got a front view now, so hopefully it's good. Oops, I accidentally hit the bench thing. We're trying to get the weight up. Okay, no time to waste. Get the set started. Okay, pretty solid set there. A little bit of struggle at the end, but no, that's how you want it. Not too much struggle though. Otherwise, you know, pushing yourself too much, build up on fatigue. But I'm not saying, take everything, light and easy, because the more work you put in, the more potential you can get out of it. Okay, catching my breath. Let me take a quick sip of water. I think I wanna upgrade my water bottle to a shaker eventually. This is a hydro flask right now. It's what I've been using this whole time. Nothing to complain about it. It's been really reliable so far, but I think life will be just a tad bit easier if I got a actual shaker bottle, because I really hate it when I'm putting my protein or my pre-workout and like all my junk in there, and then I go for a sip and it's like all clumpy and stuff. So I think a actual shaker bottle would do wonders for me, but um I guess it's not really a necessity right now. Right now what I'm more focused on is getting my boxing equipment, because training starts next Thursday. Well, it's not like I'm gonna be doing any like sparring anytime soon. It's probably gonna just be like, how would I say it? Like, I guess your stances or something, or your form, or like when you're boxing. I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess it's a stance. Like, pretty sure you have like a foot forward and a foot back just to stabilize yourself, and then you gotta know your punches, the form for that. I think about it, it's kind of similar, to weightlifting, resistance training and stuff. You gotta know the proper form and know how to properly execute it for two reasons. I guess one, so you don't hurt yourself by doing it wrong, and two, you can get the maximum, I guess, output or whatever out of doing it correctly. So yeah, pretty comparable. Or I guess you can say that to any like sports related thing. But anyways, let me change up the angle right now and get a side view. Yeah, that looks good. Let me grow down a bit like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, guess third set time. Then I'm gonna move on to back, which would be push-ups first. I'm meant to prepare for this, and I'm gonna be taking this ultra hard right now since it's my last bicep exercise. So there's no point of reserving any fuel. And make sure when you bring it to the top too, you get a pretty good squeeze in your biceps. Duh, duh. Yeah. 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 No. Not coming back up. Okay, drop set. Sorry for the sudden cut, but my phone ran out of storage during the preacher cross. I was about to start my drop set, and then the recording just stopped because my storage on my phone ran out. So I just cut off that part. Since there wasn't much of a drop set because it wasn't like a frame of me getting it started, and then of it just putting out. So I just cut that part out and just left the other part in before my storage ran out. So I just deleted some stuff real quick, and I think you should have enough storage to complete the rest of the video. So let's just get the row started now, shall we? I think this should be a good angle. Let me see. Ooh, put like that. Yeah, that should be better. All right. It's been a while. It's been like a while since I've done this, so let's see if I remember how to do it. Okay. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Yeah. Mm. Okay, let me change it up for the other side. Yeah. 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 Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Let me sit down real quick. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know about you, but for some reason, Meadow Rows are super tiring, especially for your grip. If you have some either called wrist straps or whatever, got a pair of those. Now I should put them on for this. It's gonna help out a lot. You know, the weight, makes your grip give out before your back can. Ooh. But even without it, I still feel like pretty good pumping my back. So I think that's a good sign that you know getting worked out properly. I was right there, and it's like a giant ant infestation. Yeah, it's crazy. I can see him from over here, like on the pillar. Just got a whole bunch of ants. I had a bad experience with ants back home. I had a bunch of ants crawling around the whole house. Like I'll be on the couch, then I'll find some ants randomly on me, and I'll just be relaxing, laying down on the couch, and then I'll feel like some pinching sensation, and then I check my hand, there's like ants on my arm. So yeah, pretty annoying. I don't even know what even they're for. Like we don't even had food around there. They're even in the bathroom for some reason too. I don't know what they want to do in the bathroom. Okay, gonna do a take 5. I don't got any water in my bottle left, so I'm gonna go get some water real quick, and I'll be back for the second set. All right, looks like we're looking pretty good on time. I think it's 10:56 right now. It's not even 11 yet. So I think I might have enough time for all of my exercises this time around. I know the last couple of days I've been having to cut it a tad bit short because of class or work. If I could, I would spend the whole time. Usually I spend 3 hours when I don't gotta worry about any other stuff. But since I do, it's whatever. Oh yeah, you can take the bench. So let's get the second set started. Let me fix this up. When not doing this right, okay. Yes, it's better. Also, I wasn't schizophrenic there. I was trying ask me for the bench. And I not just talking to no one. Actually, no, this is the right. I don't know what I'm doing. No one that fell off. It was the other leg. Yeah. 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 Oh, okay, this way, right? And if you got your other foot out, then you're gonna be in the way of the bar. Yeah. 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 Ooh. Yeah. 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 Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Think improving the form, and that's um forgot the stance. the beginning there, but I think figured it out. Kind of weird how I did it right the first set. I forgot how to do the second set, but stuff like that happens. Probably was a bit confused because I got what do they call it? I lost my focus. Since I went to the bench. I don't have it since I don't really need it for this exercise. Be kind of I don't know. I would say I guess rude for lack of better words. If I was holding a bench that I wasn't using, and I gotta try other people respect here in the gym. They're here to also get a good workout in, not just you. So always make sure treat everyone nicely. You know, I don't want to come in here and then have someone being rude or hogging a bunch of machines or stuff they're not using. Now that'd be bad experience, especially if you're new to it and that's your first experience. No, it's gonna be hard coming back in. And that's how people are gonna treat you. So yeah, no matter how experienced someone is, always treat them nicely and respectfully at the gym because they're here for the same thing you are, and then just to get a good workout in and improve themselves. Okay. Should I change the angle for the next one? Yeah, why not? No, it's good to get a different angle for your sets. Hopefully it's still recording. I just got a warning on my phone that my phone's on like 10%. I don't know what's up with me with my phone always dying, but it just be like that sometimes. Okay, I have my phone like literally right next to the barbell. I'm hoping I'm careful enough so I don't actually like swing the bar too much and just knock out my phone. But I think it'll be all right. I trust myself. That's my last final words before I actually knock it down. Okay, I'm gonna take this set hard. My last set of Meadow Rows. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay, quick rest, and I'll get back to the rows. All right. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, left side. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, oh. Ooh. Okay, good enough for that set and that exercise in general. Okay. Next, probably gonna be some lat pull downs. Ooh, no, I don't know. Leftover, no. Cable machines are looking pretty packed right now. Yes, it does make sense. It's later in the day now. So I guess probably do some pull-ups next. And then probably end it off there. And do the lat pull downs off camera, depending on how packed it gets by the time I'm done with the pull-ups, because I don't want to be in people's way with my tripod setup. Since it is a pretty tight space there. So, best case scenario, no, you can watch me do some lat pull downs with the cable. If not, then I'll just end it off there, doing off camera. And then I'll be back for sure tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. So definitely have no excuse to not go to the gym. Yesterday I wasn't able to go on Thursday. It's like super packed schedule yesterday. Like from morning, since I woke up, to like night, just pure classes. And then even after that, I still had work. Like I was even gonna try to do homework too, but like I had actually like no time to do it at all. So I guess that's just what we're gonna have to be dealing with for the rest of the semester. I think I'll manage somehow. Last year I managed to get by doing my homework a week early. So I'm probably gonna try and do the same thing. I think that's what saved me last time. So I just have good I guess time management when it comes to homework, because it creeps up on you the longer you wait on it. So that's my tip of the day for also a college student. Let me make a cut and I'll be back with the pull-ups. Okay, so here we are for needing people that pull down. So I was able to actually get a hand of this and look at my battery life, and I got 6% left on my phone. So looks like it might not last for the whole workout, but I'll try and make it all fit. So I'll just let me get this started with, so I can somehow manage to fit it all here. Let me angle this a little bit higher up. There we go. Hopefully that's a better perspective. Can't really tell if it's good or not since I can't see how it's looking like from the screen. All right, now I'm doing 60 pounds on this. I don't remember the last time how much weight I did, but I'm just assuming it was 60. But if it's either way, it still feels nice, like a nice weight. So it should be fine. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Left side. Duh. Duh. Ugh. 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 Ooh. You know, it's pretty good exercise, but the only thing I hate about it is just how tired it makes my legs feel since you're kneeling down and stuff, and you gotta keep yourself up so you don't fall over with the weight. But other than that, it's a pretty good exercise for your lats. I'd recommend it. If you wanna for your lats and you need a new exercise, not doing it already, then I'm make a quick cut to the video and find a new angle so I can check up on my form. Okay, so hopefully this should be good. Yes, just get started. Uh, Actually, I think let me put it a bit farther away. You might be too close, like that. Yeah, that should be good. Much better. Now I got more space to myself. Duh. 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 Okay, left side or right side. You can see right here. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think I gotta get going there, but I think my leg just give out. I never thought my legs would be a problem for an exercise, but guess it's always first for everything. Okay, so I think for the last set, having to put the camera on the other side. Um, I think that'll be it for the kneeling table lat pull down. The cross body variation. You can technically do it, straight on facing. I guess the weights or something, but I like facing to the side how I am right now. I think it just gives a better stretch. But cut and then start recording again on the third set. Okay, last set of kneeling, one arm lat pull down. And I think after this, I'm gonna call it a day. The pull up bar is not available right now, and I got 30 minutes left until I got work. on haven't eaten anything yet. I'm gonna eat something before I get to work. I don't think I'll survive the day if I go the whole day without eating. Okay, that should be a good frame, right? Okay, I'm gonna be doing it the 60 pound, and then after that, for the drop set, I'll be cutting it down to half like how I usually do. So it'll be 30 pounds. Yeah. 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 Ooh. Actually, I think the 30s might be too light for this. Yeah, I think put it up to 40. Actually, 50. There we go, 50. That should be better, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. 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 Ooh, okay. Well, guess that's the last back exercise today. Um, pretty much did everything I wanted to. I guess the only thing I had to leave out was forearms. I do usually do forearms today, but I'm not stressing too much about that right now. But anyways, call it a day. I guess I'll be back tomorrow for what would it be tomorrow? Leg day? No, if I do leg day tomorrow, then I'll have to do. Actually, yeah, I don't know. I'll decide it because my gym schedule for the week is a little wonky since I have to miss a couple of days for school or work. So guess I'll decide tomorrow what I'll be doing because I want to have it cycle smoothly because I usually start off the week on Monday with pull day, no, not pull day, push day. So like chest, biceps, and shoulder. So I'm gonna decide how I'm gonna do it this week. So I think start off the week next week on Monday with push day. Well, that's even if I could fit it in that day. Actually, I should be fine because I don't got any classes that day. I just have work, so I think I'll for sure be able to do that. So, anyways, guess I'll see you tomorrow for whatever day it is.